Castaway community, welcome to your Upper Body Strength Day. I'm Haven, this is Leanne and Lee. We are your pro trainers leading you through today's workout, so let's get warmed up and get our body ready to do it. So, with your feet outside your hips, all you're gonna do is just take a nice little swing side to side. Lee loves this move.
Haven, I feel so special right now. Thank you.
Just dedicated to Lee right here. All right, so we're just gonna let our body kind of just move side to side. We're initiating this movement from our core, so I want you to start to feel your belly kind of come alive as you use it to rotate your upper body. Good, we're gonna do 4 more. 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. Let's face the front, place our hands on our thighs. Let's slide down and then reach up and then pull our elbows in towards our side. So you're gonna start to now feel the back of your legs wake up, getting a good stretch. Your lower back's going to kick in a little bit to support you. And then your upper back is going to also fire as you try to keep those arms lifted and parallel to the floor. Elbows are coming into the side. That's activating your lats right underneath your armpits. Those are your lats. Keep pulling. Nice big squeeze. Let's do 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. Nice and easy. Perfect. Let's squat down and up. Nice and simple squat. Warm up the lower body a little bit. It's going to be supporting you as we move through this upper body workout. Inhale and exhale. Good. Chest up. Good, squeeze the back of your arms. Good, warm up those triceps a little bit. Reach back and squeeze those arms. Good, let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring those feet in a little bit narrower. Let's reach down and bend our knees, and now make fists and just simply row your elbows in and back and squeeze the middle of your back. We are rowing here. We are warming up that mid back. Good, keep rowing. Now your core is activating to support you, your upper body. We're bent over, still feeling a little bit in those legs, which is great. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come on up. And let's get some big arm circles to the back. Open that chest. Good, keep breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth, and now we're gonna take those arm circles to the front, and you're gonna round that back. Really open up that back. Good. Woo. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more warm-up move, and this is one that Coach Sean does with us a lot. We're gonna pretend, though, to be holding onto something. Normally he'll have a band. We're gonna pretend to be holding onto a stick, and we're just gonna take our arms wide and around, up and over like you're pulling that stick, up and around and over your body. While we're doing this, we're gonna check in with the team behind me, find out what they're doing for us today. Lee?
I'm gonna be showing some moves with the strength bands and the mini bands.
All right, Leanne?
And I'll be showing a few modifications and alternatives.
Perfect. Okay, let's do 1 more to the front. Awesome. All right, feeling good?
Ready.
All right, my body is feeling warm. I know you are too. We're gonna talk about the workout. It is supersets. That means 2 moves back to back before we rest. So we want to move between both moves pretty quickly with little rest time as possible. We take the rest after we complete those 2 moves back to back. We're gonna do that 3 times with those 2 moves before we move on to our next superset, all right? So I'm gonna show you the 2 moves and then we're gonna get to work. So our first one is a dumbbell row. This is one that you can do on the bench, chair, or even floor, but I'm gonna reach down, I'm gonna use a 45-pound dumbbell, and I'm gonna row up. My elbow's gonna go towards my hip. I'm gonna feel my lats engage, my mid-back. I'm gonna keep my shoulder out of my ear. All right, so we're gonna do 5 on each arm. Lee.
So I'm gonna be using the the mini bands.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm going to row 5 on one side, and my upper body is in the same position as you, and 5 on the other side.
Perfect, all 3 bands, love it.
I'm just using a chair, and I'll be putting my knee and doing the row from here.
Okay, second move, we're gonna come down to the floor. I'm gonna show you what my hands will look like on the floor. They're gonna look like this. So their fingertips are pointed out. My hands are a little bit wider. My elbows are gonna come in slightly, not out all the way, slightly, and then I'm gonna press through, trying to activate these muscles right here, known as your lats. So we're gonna try to really focus on those lats. Lee, you're with me, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh.
Well, I'm standing with you.
Yes.
But I'm doing something different.
Okay, good to
So
know.
I want to target my lats as well, and I kind of
Yeah.
have a different way to do it with these
Yes,
strength bands.
yes.
So I'm going to bring my hands up over my head with this tension right here, but how you pull those elbows to your waist is what I'm going to do. So I can really feel
Yeah.
my lats activate as I pull the bands apart and pull
And
them
I can
down.
see them activating as
Yeah,
you do that. That's awesome. Okay,
2 options to do this on my knees.
Yep.
Same great motion here. Another option, it would be, your hands would be quite wide enough on a chair.
Yeah.
So if you have a wall or even a countertop, you
Yeah,
can get that
I
same
love that.
wide motion.
Okay, 10 of those. So 5 on each arm for the row, 10 flare push-ups, and then we'll take about a 30-second break. All right, team, go ahead and get into position. Reach down for that dumbbell, and I want you to feel like you're going to be starting an old-fashioned lawnmower, okay? That's the power you're gonna pull with. Here we go. Ready, and pull. 4, 5. 4.
What are you using, Haven?
45.
Nice.
3. What are you using,
I
Leanne?
have a 30 today.
Ooh, nice. 1. Good. Let's switch. Remember, we're gonna break after we do the flare push-ups, okay? Reach down, big power. 5, 4, 3. Row to your hip. 2, and 1. Good. Meet me on the ground. Toes or knees here, wall, whatever you can do. If you have the bands, do that. Let's go down for 10. 9. Push from underneath your arms. Good. 7. Head stays in line with your spine. Don't drop it. 5. Core is tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Woo. Make your way up slowly. All right. Everything's firing. Feels good. These are big muscle groups, by the way. Your lats, your back, mid back, upper back, all those posterior chain muscles. Let's go ahead and grab a swig. Taking about 30 seconds to actually rest. Please do not try to do burpees in between. We want your muscles ready to fire for the movement that we're going to do. All right, here we go. Second set, and row. 5, 4, I'm not rushing. 3, I'm getting really good stretch. 2, the bottom. 1, good. Switcheroo, and pull. 5, reach all the way down. 4, good. 3, 2, 1, awesome. Hit the deck. Flare push up, fingertips out, hands wide. 10, heads in line. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Make your way to standing. Nice and easy again. 30 seconds to rest.
I mean,
You're feeling it.
it all works.
I love the banded lat pull down that Lee's doing.
Yeah.
I always envision kind of like pulling myself up and out of something when I do that. Or if you're familiar with gym equipment, kind of mimics that cable lat pull down that you would do with a bar. So really try to think about that even when you're using the bands. All right, are we ready to go again?
Ready.
You bet.
All right, back to it. And row for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good.
I like those 2 breaths, Haven.
Uh-huh, yep.
Good, yeah.
Using that breath.
Yeah.
For sure. Here we go, and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo, okay. Do the floor. Flared push-up, final 10. Elbows slightly in. 10, 9, push from underneath your armpits. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. Make your way to standing. Doing a great job. Woo! All right, we're gonna take a little bit of a longer break now between these supersets as we introduce our next 2 moves in superset number 2. We're gonna take a bench. If you have an incline bench, we're gonna take it up to about 45 degrees. We're gonna do 2 moves back to back that are both chest supported. The first one, we're gonna focus on the middle of that back, this time with both arms rowing narrow. Then we're gonna take immediately those weights and bring our elbows out to work that upper back. You're gonna feel this all along your rear delts, traps, rhomboids, but we're gonna hit that upper back with our elbows out. So those 2 moves back to back, 10 and 10. Lee.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have my strength bands. I've got one behind a 50-pound dumbbell. So
Yep.
my chest support is from my legs.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna row with you for that same angle, and then I'll move into that wide row for the second move. Quick transition, super great.
She's not moved the 100 pounds of dumbbells yet, so so far so good.
So far, so good.
Leanne.
I really want to focus on preventing momentum, which
Yeah.
is what the chest supported does. So I'm going to sit in a chair and do the motions
Yeah.
from here. If you have a mirror to kind of check out and make sure you're not
Yes.
coming up with it at the same time. So I'll
Yeah.
be doing the wide and the narrow here.
Perfect. Okay, 20 pounds for me. Leanne, what are you using?
15s.
Okay, so back to back, 10 to 10, 10 and 10. No pun intended, back to back. All right, starting with that narrow row, let those arms hang. Let your upper body kind of round over your bench if you're using a bench. And let's go for 10. Row to your hips, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, whoo, I'm feeling it. 2, and we're gonna go right into that wide row. Keep your weights. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, oh my goodness.
I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Haven, you are challenged so much because I
yeah.
know you can row narrow heavier
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
that, but then you've got like 20
wide.
reps using
Yeah.
that heavy
And the
weight. That's
fatigue.
challenging.
Super intentional,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I would like you not to change weights.
Right.
The fatigue's gonna be real there. And she's absolutely right. Most of us could go heavier on that narrow row, but because of the way this
smart.
is structured, we're fatiguing that back as much as we
Yeah.
can. Okay.
I
I
love
have a
it.
few more seconds left. Take a deep breath in. Felt good with the 15s?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Blow torches out.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pick up our weights. Meet me on the bench. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh my goodness. Oh, these wide
on,
rows are
girl.
gonna
Come
hurt.
on,
Here we
girl.
go.
Come on, come on.
10,
Yes, they are.
10, go
Ugh.
wide.
Pull.
9, 8,
Zero momentum.
7, 6, 5, oh,
Come on.
4, 3, 2,
Gorgeous. Come on.
1.
Wow.
Woo! Woo.
Impressive.
Love the cueing, Lee. Thanks.
I
for
mean,
that.
so impressive. Row.
Oh my goodness. All right. Much needed break.
Major
Much needed
fatigue.
break. We're
Yes.
gonna take it. The full 30 seconds. Every second we're gonna take. Oh yeah. I love what Lee's doing too. Give it a little bit of a stretch. Release some of that tension you're feeling.
And I just think it's such a great reminder. You know, you've got these 2 moves back to back. You
Yeah.
know you can do heavier on the one. Your objective is to try to keep the same amount of weights. Without that rest built in, you know, you're struggling on those last
Yeah.
2. And to
Yeah.
be able to do it again, I'm cheering for you.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yes.
Would you like to watch?
I love it. I'm so
Okay, here we
excited.
go.
I can get closer to you right
Yeah.
here.
10 narrow rows. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come on, 1, and wide. 10, 9, 8,
Woo.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Nice.
It's okay if you slow down. 2, and
Come on.
1.
Yay. That's
Woo.
so exciting.
Felt good coming out of the gate, and then
Love it.
reality set in. Okay, shake it out. We're making really good time. Let's give ourselves a little bit more of a rest. Go ahead and swing those arms. Release that back. I'm feeling it. I mean, from here to here, I'm feeling it all in my back. Grab another swig of water. Breathe. We are actually going to be laying. Not yet. We are actually going to be coming back to our bench for this next one. But we will be laying on the floor as well. So I was just ahead of myself. But we are going to flatten our bench now. We're going to bring it down. Core is going to get an opportunity to support you in this one big time as we are in an elevated plank on our elbow using the bench as elevation or sturdy chair with, while we're doing that, a row. But we're going to go wide, okay? We're going to go narrow, and then we're going to go underhand. So looks like this: wide, narrow, flip your grip, palm faces out, underhand. We'll do 5 on each arm before we move. In the next move, we're gonna check in with these ladies, see what they're doing. I'm gonna be using a 20. Lee?
So I'm getting creative.
Yeah.
So because this is such a heavy dumbbell, I know it can support me. I want to stay elevated.
Yeah.
So I've taken all of the mini bands and I've anchored it to this dumbbell. I really want to work those abs, but I want to have my arm dangling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the same thing as you are for these
Nice.
moves.
Nice. I love that creativity. That's awesome. Leanne?
All right, options: using a chair with that same plank motion. You could also bring a foot in if you're able to hold that plank.
Yeah.
You could also use this again against the wall to eliminate some of that incline.
Okay, great. All right. What weight will you use, Leanne?
15.
Okay, so then we're gonna come down to the floor. This is the lying part. So my arms are fully extended. I have a pair of 12s. I'm going to go do a bicep curl. When I get to the top of my curl, flip my elbows out and then do what we call a tape press. So it's a bicep curl to tape press. All right, so 2 moves, 2 for 1 there, biceps and triceps. Lee?
So I've got the strength bands. I'm standing on them. I love how you have the tension in your arms the entire time. So I'll pull, hinge, and kick back from here.
There you go.
So that's how the entire move will go. Biceps hinge, kick back. Okay.
Okay, yes.
All right, so I'm going to be standing, doing a standing bicep curl. Kick my elbows up and do a scarecrow out to the side, squeezing my triceps. Yep.
Okay, pick one of these, you know, and you can try one version, the first set, and then you can try the second version. But pick the version that is you're gonna feel it the most in the front of your arms and in the back of your arms for that one. Let's meet on a bench or elevation. Arm is bent. I'm on my elbow and I'm pulling up and out of my shoulder. I'm not sinking into it, pulling up. All right, 5 on each. Let's start with the wide row. Wide, narrow, under, that's 1. Wide, narrow, under, that's 2. Wide, narrow, under, that's 3. Wide, narrow, under, that's 4. 1 more in this arm. Good, and 5. Let's transition to the other arm. Don't come out of the plank if you can. And row, wide. Now this hurts just a little bit more because of what we just did.
Yeah.
Wide, narrow, under, wide, narrow, under. 2 more times. Wide, narrow, under, and 1 more time. Wide, narrow, under. That 20 is challenging. Okay, meet me on the ground or standing, whichever, again, you choose. We've got that curl to tape press. Here we go. Curl, press. 1, flip your grip, curl, press out. 2, flip your grip, curl, press out. 3, 2 more, curl, press out. 4, and curl, press out, and 5. Good job.
Haven, I'm using 8s on that last one.
Yes.
Lighter weight just because of it's a completely different exercise, more challenging.
Absolutely, and I want to note too, that's a great point, that if you're doing the standing version, I would say too, don't go as heavy as you would be doing the lying version. Just there's a lot of manipulation in the shoulder too. Just be aware of that. Even though this is a modification, may not be the best if you're following a modifier today. If you know that your shoulder health isn't the best, maybe try the lying version or try it with some bands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, meet me. Here we go. Ready, and wide, narrow, underhand. Wide, narrow, pull up and out of that shoulder. Don't let yourself sink into it. Come on, use your core. 2 more reps. I hear Lee breathing. I know it's challenging her. Good. Switch it out. Pull up and out of your shoulder. and row. By the way, you can take those feet wider, provides a little bit more stability, less rotation through the hips. Wide, narrow. 2 more reps. Wide, narrow. Good, 1 more. Wide, narrow, under, and rest. Good. Briefly as you move to the floor. Brief rest. Here we go. Palms turned out, elbows on the floor. Curl, elbows up and out. Tape press, 1. Curl, press out, 2. Take your time. Curl, press out, 3. Curl, press out, 4. And curl, press out, and 5. Good job. Come on up. Second superset of this one done. We have 1 more. Shake out the arms. Shake them out. Shake them out.
Even that second set, I showed another option.
Yeah.
Because you're mentioning if you have shoulder problems, that first option I showed was probably the best one.
Yeah.
But you could do just holding 2 ends of the dumbbell into a bicep curl, bring it up, and do a overhead tricep extension. So you're still getting both your biceps and your triceps.
Good one. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. Break is over. Okay. Feet wide. No. Here we go. Wide, narrow, under, wide, narrow. If I'm going too fast for you, slow it down by all means. Wide, narrow, under. Pull yourself up and out of that shoulder. Full body movement here. Good. Okay. Set it down. Switch. Last time, everyone. Wide, narrow, under, wide, narrow, under, wide, narrow, under. I don't know if you cry or laugh or scream. 1 more. Screaming sounds good. And rest. Okay, move to the floor. You're doing great. You're doing awesome.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Talking to myself.
Everyone's doing awesome. Okay, here we go. Ready, and curl, press. Really think about your biceps here, your triceps here. So when I say biceps, I'm talking about the front of your arms, now the back of your arms. Repeat 2 more times, front and back. 1 more time, front and back. Good, awesome work. We're gonna move to standing. We're gonna come back to the floor actually, and I'm going to keep these 12s right here. I'm gonna use them in our last superset, okay? This one's gonna involve a stability ball if you have one. If you don't worry, we've got options as we always do. All right, I'm gonna use the stability ball for both movements here. This first one we call the Superman. Lee and I were talking about this one. This one's deceivingly hard. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna like, really, Haven? That's what you want me to do. It looks like you're just hanging out on that stability ball. But let me tell you, it works. So I'm going to get on my knees. I'm gonna go ahead and let my upper body roll into the ball and then move the stability ball to about my hips. I don't want it too far onto my legs, and I don't want my chest to support it. I want it just about right there in the hips. Then I'm going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg. This is called the Superman. It is hard, okay? So we're gonna give you some alternatives. Lee.
Okay, so I have all the things, so I'm gonna use all the things.
Yeah.
I've got the bands around my ankles. I've got the band around my hands.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lay on my belly.
Okay.
And work through a sweat angel,
Yeah.
lifting my legs and arms and
that
going through this
tension.
motion until you're finished.
Oh my goodness.
We're doing that.
Because we're doing 10 reps total. You saw how slow I moved, so that's going to be a while down there with those bands. All right, Leanne, I love the option you're going to show us. Go ahead.
Yes, a bird dog is such a great option for this. It also helps you work your core. And
Yeah.
so I'm on my hands and knees. Again, you could hold 2 dumbbells to take away some pressure. You'll not lift up the other dumbbell, but it will do opposite hand with opposite foot, kind of bringing it up, making sure that on that way up, I'm not arching my back here.
Yeah.
Another option is if you can't get down to the ground, you could just do one side at a time and lift opposite hand with opposite foot and then switch to the other side.
Next move is going to work those arms. This one is called a stability ball dumbbell preacher curl. So I'm going to lay my upper body on it. I'm going to have my elbows rest into the front of the ball, grabbing my 2 dumbbells. If you have an easy bar, you're welcome to use that as well. And then I'm going to curl my arms up. So there's not a full extension here. I probably need a slightly bigger stability ball, I'm not gonna lie, all right, because you would like your arms to extend as much as possible. But the main point is to have those elbows braced into the ball so they cannot move. Lee.
I've got a great option. So again, with the dumbbell or with the strength bands behind the, okay, with the anchor.
Yeah.
So my arms again are away from my body. It's just me minus the ball. So I'll be pulling straight to my forehead as I go through that same motion.
I love that you still have
I just don't want to take my pants off.
Leanne, what would you do?
A couple options. I could come down to my knee into that same, bringing my elbows forward and bringing it up to my forehead. I could sit in a chair. I could also just do the hip hinge like the,
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna use 12s for that. We got 10 total on both moves. So remember, find that sweet spot with this Superman if you're using a stability ball. Ready? And 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5. You almost want to pretend the stability ball isn't there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, all I'm gonna do is face you. Remember, most important thing on this one is those elbows are supported. 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. One more tip as we rest for before our second superset. If you're finding like, oh, Haven, I was like all over the place. Couple pro tips here. My bench is behind me. I could just walk up against a wall too and kind of brace my feet against that so you're not too wobbly. And then also just take your knees a little bit wider so you can kind of get a good base so you're not, again, narrow. If you're narrow, it can be like, oh, the ball wants to move around. You can almost provide like this brace for the ball by your knees. So your knees are kind of allowing the ball to stay stable. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Sounds great. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm just gonna move myself around. Okay, here we go. Superman, 10 reps. 10, 9. Now we are working your posterior chain. So you're gonna feel this, or should feel this, from your upper back down into your glutes.
Yes.
Okay? If your lower back's doing a little bit of work, I'm fine with that. Guess what? Your lower back needs to get strong.
Yep.
2 and 1. I think a lot of us feel like, oh no, I'm feeling my lower back.
Right.
That's not good. Guess
Right.
what? Again, muscle group is down there, so you do want to work it. Okay, I said we want to move pretty quickly, but take your time. I don't want you to feel rushed getting into this curl. Here we go. 10, 9. Now I'm gonna rock a little bit on this stability ball, and again, that's okay, all right? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ladies, did I do 10? They're gonna keep me honest. I think I did.
10-ish.
10-ish,
10-ish,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, good job.
Add
All
in
right.
a couple if you need to.
Exactly. All right, one more time. 30 seconds to rest here. Deep breath in. Squeeze.
I love having all this core stuff happening at the same time.
Yes, me too. Don't need to do a bunch of ab work. I mean, there's a time and place for
Right.
that. In fact, in VIP, we're gonna focus on abs
Yeah.
in May, but right now, you can absolutely be working your core, even though we're focused on the back. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, don't rush to this move. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. Okay,
Wonders.
here we go. Stability ball preacher curls. Last movement, working those biceps. Ready and curl for 10. I'm gonna count for sure. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. My goodness. Come on up. Make your way to standing. You guys did amazing. A lot of back in this one. But guess what? If you were like, man, I don't feel like we did much biceps or triceps, they were working through a lot of those movement patterns that we did today. Those muscles were firing, okay? So just because we didn't do a lot of concentrated movement there, that's okay. And if you're in VIP, you got that extra arm challenge with Sean yesterday. So know you're feeling it today. Let's go ahead and stretch. So thumbs up and then thumbs back and down. I really want your back strong. That has a lot to do with posture as well, okay? Good. We're gonna stretch those biceps. Go ahead, place your hand on your palm and pull down. That feels amazing. Good. Let's do the other one. Ooh. Good, good, good. All right, let's go ahead and give ourselves a big hug. Tuck the chin in around the back. Oh, yes. Pat yourself on the back. Say, good job showing up today. Proud of you. Awesome. And let's go ahead and just reverse that stretch and clasp behind and lift up, okay? That feels good as well. All right, team. One big inhale together. One giant exhale together. Good work today. So proud of you. We can't wait for you to experience leg day on Saturday.
Oh,
we'll see you then.
Hello, VIP family. We are back for some more shoulder work in this upper body portion of our 12-week transformation series. My name is Lee. I've got Leanne. I've also got Kelly. We are here to get those arms ready, all right? So here's what we're gonna do today. We've got 4 minutes on the clock, and we are going to perform as many rounds as possible of 3 moves in those 4 minutes. Let's look at the moves. So with a 20-pound dumbbell, I'm going to be performing a single arm overhead press, all right? Just for 5 reps on one side. I'm laughing because right now that was challenging. Then I'm gonna go to 5 reps on the other side, straight up over my head, making sure that my form is on point. Again, as many rounds as possible, so you do not have to rush this. Anything different behind me?
So I have the strength bands. I have all 3 of them hooked onto the handles. I'm standing kind of right in the middle of the strength bands, and I will pull that handle up and press.
Beautiful. Anything for you, Leanne?
I am going to stagger my step back.
Oh, I love it.
Take away pressure from my lower back.
Absolutely. The second move is also unilateral. So we're going to be on the ground. I'm going to elevate my body here on this dumbbell for a plank with a rear delt raise. So here I am working for 5 reps with a 10-pound dumbbell. But again, I want to elevate my body just a little bit so I have that great range of motion. And I'm working from here for 5 reps each side. Kelly, what about you?
So I have the black looped mini band. It's the medium strength. I will be in that plank position, holding onto the band and then pulling away from it to for the resistance.
I love it. And then Leanne.
2 options. One would be to do this on my knees in a good plank. Is still elevated, and that also helps with your wrist as well. But I could also just stand up, and then I'm going to hinge at the hips. I can step back as well and do it from here.
Okay, so I just saw her whole body rock, right? And she fought it. On your knees, you do have a little bit of a different challenge, okay? But you've got to stabilize. You know, when you're on your toes, you've got some ankle flexion. Your toes are moving around a little bit. On those knees, you got nothing. So it's really a challenge in itself. And the third move for 10 reps is a dumbbell upright row. So I'll be using a pair of 15s as I pull these weights up to, anything between the middle of my chest and my nose, all right? Pulling my elbows up and back, really trying to keep my deltoids active. That's the tops of my shoulders, not working so much with my trapezius, just really trying to focus on the shoulders, Kelly.
So I will take the looped or the strength bands, all three of them, stand kind of a wider stance so I have more resistance on the band. The farther out your feet are, the more resistance, the closer, the less resistance, and pull up in that upright row.
I can see that tension right there. Leanne, what about you?
I'm with you. Just going to stagger my step.
Awesome. So one more time. 5, 5, 5, 5, 10. Okay. How many rounds can you get through in 4 minutes? This is your personal
Keep track.
experience. Keep track. Ooh, I've got a 20, I've got my 10, I got my 15. Okay, guys, are we ready? Let's go. You are only as successful as the success of your form. Rushing through these moves will not help you gain strength, help you shape those shoulders, or help you improve. So make sure that you are taking your time to get through these moves. Each of us are working at our own pace. That's 5 for me, again with the 20-pound dumbbell. Moving down. Breathe. Keep those abs engaged. Make sure you are stacked over the arm that's supporting your body. Great. Good job, guys. You are still in that first minute. Will you get 4 rounds? I don't know. Good. You might feel that your speed does improve as you go through because you might become more confident. Your speed might decrease because you're becoming more fatigued. You're 1 minute in. Good. How you doing, friends behind me? Great. Shoulders.
Shoulders,
Good.
yes.
Morning. Take a deep breath, guys. Organize yourself. We are in that second minute of work. Good. Feeling the resistance here as I fight through it to press this dumbbell over my head, getting that bicep close to my ear, those biceps, excuse me. Great. Excellent, everyone. Keep going. Find your goal as you measure this timer. We're almost halfway through with our time. All right. So now with this pace, I know I can get through 3 rounds for sure. And you might say, what do I do? Do I stop at 4 minutes if I'm halfway through the round? You're gonna go through every single rep possible. You're not gonna let 1 second stay without an action here. Good. We've got about 1.5 minutes left. I am shooting for 1 more round. This will be my 3rd round. Kelly, what round are you on?
3rd.
Nice.
Same.
Good. All right, people, let's do it. Shape those shoulders. Let that confidence shine. You are doing it. Yep. Working all areas of that beautiful muscle group. Good job. Breathe. If you need to drop to your knees so you can maintain that weight, do so. 1 minute left. Good. Get yourself organized. Pull those abs in tight. Good. Breath work is so important. Wow, this is a fun game. All right, keep going. Come on, guys. I will get 3 rounds in. We are down to 30 seconds left. I'm starting back up from the top. Kelly, how you doing?
Good. Starting my 4th.
Nice, Leanne.
Starting my 4th.
Good. I'm gonna try to get 5 reps on each side over my head in these 20 seconds. Come on, push it. Good. We've got 10 seconds to go. Do what you can. Finish your set. Keep moving. Woo. 3, 4, 5. Wow. There you have it. This is how I'm gonna walk around for the rest of the day. All right, shake it out, guys. We're extremely excited for what you're going to achieve through these 12 weeks. Show up, stay consistent, measure your progress, be proud of yourself. Way to go.